Focus Up Show every Saturday, 9 a.m.
Tap in or tap out. Top of the morning. Top of the morning, y'all.
Morning.
How y'all doing this morning?
Great. How are you?
Mr. L. Pooh. I'm good, Mr. L. Pooh. How was your week?
My week was long and strenuous, but I'm still here. How y'all doing?
That's what's up. That's what's up. First Lady J, how was your week?
I'm challenging, but I'm still here as well. Can't complain.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Mr. Walt.
What's up, my brother? Good. I'm good.
All right.
Y'all remember?
That's right.
Yesterday was Veterans Day. Had my little
Yes,
veterans
sir.
meal. Had a great time. Salute to all the veterans out there.
Salute. Mr. Nice Guy.
And as
how
like
was your week?
my ex was saying, there's a difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Veterans Day is for those who suited up. Memorial Day is for those who passed away during the wars throughout our countries.
Facts.
And I want to give a shout out to those that passed away from the wars in the streets too. So
Them soldiers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr.
Soldiers
Nice Guy,
of
how was
the
your
block.
Black soldiers, black warriors.
How was your week, Mr. Nice Guy?
Crazy work, man. Working all through super late last night, but I'm ready for my brother.
That's right. I appreciate that, as well. We appreciate y'all tapping into the Focus Up Show. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to. Thank y'all for waking up with us this morning. Y'all could be doing a lot of other things like still sleeping, going and handle other business, but y'all choose to focus in on the Focus Up Show this morning. We appreciate y'all for doing that. We got some nice topics for y'all this weekend. Our first topic we're gonna dig. Actually, today is November 12th, 2022. We got a first topic we're gonna tap into, which is Kyrie. Kyrie.
All right. Hey,
I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with that.
I'd like to start it off with Kyrie. This is what they call buck breaking. And they put an example of him. Buck breaking is actually when they would take the biggest slave, beat him to an inch of his life, tar and feather him, then put on two of his legs 2 chains on each leg. And then they had 2 bucks, 2 horses, 2 bucks going in each direction, and then hit that back, split them in half. That's why they call it buck breaking. You broke by bucks. This is not cool what they're doing to our brother. I don't necessarily agree totally with what Kyrie Irving's his whole antics from back in the past. But this time, he ain't even do nothing. And they really making an example of him and pushing it to the limit. And us as black folks, we just sit back. And I'm saying not us on this show particularly. I'm talking about the celebrities. They letting them just hang out to dry. Not cool.
Yeah, it ain't. The more I get familiar with Kyrie on his last situation he had, the more I come to understanding that he's just being free. Like I say, he's a free thinker. He's finding out who he is as a man, which I think we all have a responsibility to do. It really goes much deeper than us just waking up and go to work. It's a lot of entities out there that we need to be aware of so we can continue to surround ourselves with, positive energies. And, it, like you say, nobody's stepping up for him, besides the people that know who they are in these times living in, but at the same time, you got Kanye West, and a lot of other people that agree with him. And you say to yourself, it got to be something there. And if you figure it's something there, then I think that's worth investigating for yourself to find out the big picture. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, Mr. TS. I mean, Mr. Nice Guy.
So yeah, no. See, the thing about Kyrie is Kyrie will not just shut up and dribble. He is gonna speak his mind, and you know what? He really is a person that really cares about stuff and is passionate, intellectual, free thinker. And he co-signed a documentary that has some things that he didn't agree with, and that's where he got in trouble. Where the media and everybody else went like completely ridiculous with it was how they're just because he wouldn't use the word, say that he was anti-Semitic or not. I'm not even going to touch about the anti-Semitic thing. I mean, the bottom line is, look, he came out, he told you, I'm not against anybody. Okay. So, the fact that they got him going through all these extra hoops, it's ultra extra out and ridiculous, but at least they're giving him a path to reconciliation. So he's not being canceled. His situation is different from the Ye situation. Ye like really, really, really went over the edge, went after people. Kyrie never did that. But at the end of the day, look, his boss is saying, look, I agree. He's not anti-Semitic. The Adam Silver, whatever, that guy, he's like, look, I talked to him. This guy's clearly not anti-Semitic. And really, it really came down just to the whole apology thing. He didn't do it how they wanted to, and they kind of came at him all super extra about it. But I will say this. The other people, they have a lot of people that came out defended him in the celebrity realm and in the basketball realm. But go ahead, brother.
But even if Adam Silver, if he says he's not anti-Semitic, why is he co-signing with this crucifixion of Kyrie Irving? See, that's what the problem is. All of them are on code of what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? They are like, yeah, go ahead, burn his ass. Burn his ass. Yeah, we're sorry, Kyrie. Yeah, this is crazy. That's what happens at work with us as people. When we at work, your boss will be right. Yeah, it's all good. But try to crucify your behind right behind your back after he smiled in your face. That's what's going on with Kyrie Irving. That's why I'm so disappointed with all our so-called celebrities and leaders of this community. He being burned at the stake, baby. I got a file here that I'm gonna start in honor of Kyrie's black behind.
Well, I'll come back to it. I'm gonna let everybody else speak to. I got something for that, but I want to. What you got to say about it, First Lady?
Common sense is free. Therefore, everyone knows that we're living in a cancel out society. So, and a lot of people are hypersensitive. So he should have been more mindful about what he had to say.
He didn't say nothing. He just copied a link and put a link.
Let the lady speak. He did say something. Go ahead, First Lady.
The link, he should have been more mindful. Once again, common sense is free. We all know that we're living in a cancel out society and people are really hypersensitive. So every action, there's a reaction, and people don't like what he did or post said, and they're reacting.
What you got, El Pooh?
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, but the thing is, remember when the actor from Seinfeld was up on stage and said
Michael Richardson,
okay.
Kramer.
They didn't give him a list of things he needed to do to get back, So
he disappeared.
No, wait, hold on. That need a horn, Mr. El Pooh. Come on, give yourself a horn, brother. They sure the hell didn't.
But let me finish my point. But I remember just for me, when Chuck D, actually, it wasn't even Chuck D. It was Professor Griff had said some stuff back in like 91, 92. Mm-hmm. They tried to give him actually, they made Chuck D go through the whole little thing.
Chuck D ain't never capitulated.
Yeah, he did, bro.
Oh, he did not. To what? Come on. Speak on it.
They made him go to they made him go through. They had a list of things they wanted.
Never.
He went look. He went through a clarification. He
I
literally
think that was more
Professor Group from the group.
Professor Grip.
Professor Grip left the group behind all of that stuff. So there was some capitulation.
Well, he said that, yeah, Professor Grip did say some stuff that I was out of bounds, but he said that Chuck D. But it just went against their It's like when the Muhammad minister disciplined Malcolm X. He said some things that was against our organization, like you did too much, and they had boundaries and guidelines. That was within their circle. This wasn't like letting the white folks just burn them at the stake, though. That was because of that public ridiculing them, things of that nature. Go ahead. I don't want to be cutting everybody off. I'm just ready for this fade.
I don't want to go into the NOI discussion.
I'm ready to fade. Let's go.
Because Khalid Muhammad, I think he was done wrong too. That's just my opinion. But the whole point of it is
topic though. Listen, we talking about Kyrie.
That's why we staying on. That's why I'm getting back to the topic, bro. Either way, the point I'm trying to make is Kyrie, like he at the point where he's like, man, look, I'll just give up my whole little career for this, behind this bull, and I respect him for that.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it like, look, he is gonna play basketball. He's still gonna do it. He's still got the support of the people around him.
All areas.
Oh no,
stop mumbling, JC. What you say?
I'm saying
you're gonna interrupt somebody. Interrupt real.
He still got the support of the people around him. You know what I'm saying? You're saying all this about the celebrities. What he did was he made bad business. This is a business, and they're like, look, we don't want that smoke. It was never about like crucifying them, like on the level. Kanye, again, a completely different level. I only bring that up for context. I'm not trying to throw Kanye under the bus as well, because I want that brother to get help. I root for him too. But but Kyrie, all he did was promote something that, was not something to be promoting as an employee of the NBA. I don't think that they're treating him like a slave. I don't think they're doing anything to basically giving him like, look, these are your rules to reconcile this and these are your steps to put this behind you. You know what I'm saying? So he made a mistake. This is the amends. It's real simple, but it wasn't extra. I agree with all that. All that stuff was extra. And really, it was really about because they didn't like his apology. It was 100% about he didn't get punished until the apology.
What I'm saying right now is I see Kanye trying to deliver a message. I see Kyrie trying to deliver a message.
Kanye.
Right. No, listen.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
What I see is we can deliver the message. They just want to narrate how we're delivering our message. You understand what I mean? Facts. Like you understand what I mean? And that's like, wow. You kind of look at it in that text and be like, okay, they're going to let us deliver our message to our people, but they're telling us how they want us to deliver the message to our people.
Ice-T said 30 years ago, freedom of speech, just watch what you say.
Yeah. But the thing about it is Kyrie, he's still saying at the end of the day, he believes what he's still doing. What I'm here is to say mainly is that I'm defending him. I don't think that he's bucking it and bound down to master. I think he's saying that, look, I was speaking on some things that there were some other things that got touched on. I don't associate with that. So he goes, look, I'm just want to focus on the things that I'm touching on. I don't think he backed down from when he's talking about his Semitic roots or any of that, all that stuff about the color of who was what. I don't think he's backtracking from any of that stuff. He's just separating from the extra.
He kind of dancing around it. Like he got a 30-minute post that he put on. I seen on YouTube. It might have been on Instagram. I don't know, but I seen on YouTube, and it was so elusive and like, what are you talking about? And then he was trying to touch on it a little bit, and then he drifted off into a society. Like he sounded like some flower child, like in the 60s and hippies, like love everybody. And he
got that vibe.
That was that vibe, but it was not no hardcore stance like, yo, I ain't apologize for none of that. This is what he didn't do none of that. So he did what he did, but I didn't feel I got through like 20 minutes and I was like, where are you? What are you saying, Kyrie? What are you saying? That's why, let me say this though. I kind of feel like if he was more hardcore on his stance, if he said like, look, this is what I'm saying, Okay, yo, check this out. And say out his mouth, y'all Jews is running things, y'all doing this, and y'all undercutting this with his mouth. Not because, like, here's a movie, guys. If you guys want to watch this movie, he said with his chest poked out. Go hard, like, wait, hold on. Like, go hard like he doing a court. That would have been more support from all of everybody else. That's why I'm saying I do support the brother, but I would like to hear it from him, like straight up talk clear English, like I'm talking now. Go ahead.
So you think he was co-signing that because he's saying that the Jews run everything? I think he was co-signing because he was saying that, you know, the original Hebrews were black. That's what I'm saying. I think you talking about those are two different things.
Yeah.
So, and you're right. I'll say this. He does kind of got that flower child vibe, but I mean, that's him. So he's not that rah-rah guy, but he's still like, you know, a strong black person. But you know, I agree with.
Yeah, he got, but
that's part of being a free thinker.
Those vibes. What you mean a free thinker? What does that mean, Mr. JC? You said that
being able to express yourself and understand certain situations. You know what I mean?
So I guess we are free thinkers.
Nah.
Are you wait, Mr. Nice Guy? Are you a free thinker?
Oh yeah, I am, but I'm an exceptional person.
I can ask everybody on here, are you a free thinker? We all gonna say, hell yeah, we free thinkers.
I mean, you're a free thinker, but that don't mean that you don't speak everything that you think.
Let me stop.
Are you done, man?
That's collateral damage. Collateral damage. You done? You finished?
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Listen. I had a long night. My voice is toe up. I'm ready for combat. So let me calm down. I apologize to you guys. Let me.
All right, y'all.
Let me settle.
Hey, we gonna move on to the next topic. Is the NBA and NFL a modern plantation?
Anybody want to start?
Oh, I'll speak on that, but I got some. I ain't gonna like this one, so I was gonna let y'all go, and I was gonna come back to it. But I'll speak on it. I take offense to when anybody talk about the NFL, these rich dudes, and comparing the little hoops that they go through to slavery. When I think about the hoops I got to go through for my basic 9-to-5 job, that's some bull. Slavery was really hard, really tough, really ugly. People selling off your kids and raping you at will, would do whatever they want with no fault, no repercussions, no whatever. I mean, that was a completely different circumstance than these dudes balling out of control and just not being able to do some of the things they want to do. That's some BS.
Well, let me say this. I know slavery was hard because I lost 3 feet trying to run away. So, hey, you know. But
I was on mute.
I'm on mute.
No. What's going on?
Go ahead.
No, on mute. You got something to say, Walt?
I was gonna say when TS said what he said, they got one. That's what they want us to believe. Like, oh, they are doing good. They doing good. So life is great for you black folks. They set them aside from us. We still going through the struggle. And they got their money. So they feeling like I was good, massa. And y'all better stop going against massa while I'm here in my comfy mansion. I'm living good. I know y'all fighting for them little scraps that they handing out to y'all, but I's good. So y'all better behave yourself. One day you could be like me. That's what they are promoting and putting out there, and a lot of us are taking it. That's why it's like a plantation. They the house Negroes.
Well, I always thought that the prisons was the modern plantation, but if you say millionaires, if you say millionaires is then you know I would rather be a fucking cute.
Yeah,
I would rather be a millionaire. You understand what I'm saying?
Got another one.
Time, you know, I'm gonna sell out if that's the case.
We got two.
We got
2 more
3
people on the show.
First of all, that's not for me. That's their thing. I'm saying I'm not hearing their complaints and cries when they live in their lifestyle just because of the few hoops that they got to do for their boss, for their employer. I mean, it's a business. Anything that's messing up your business is messing up your business. So, you know what I'm saying? You can get into the conspiracy and the politics and all this other stuff, but business is business. So when they're like saying, hey, you doing bad for this whole machine that everybody's getting paid off, you need to fall in line. That ain't about slavery or anything.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Next.
Yeah.
Next two. I want to see everybody sell up. Nah, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Where you at, Pooh or late First Lady J?
First Lady doesn't have much to say on there because my sentiments piggyback on Mr. Nice Guy. You know, you cannot compare slavery to anything. First of all, the NFL and the NBA, that's elective. They may have been selected to be drafted to the NFL and the NBA, but it was also optional to choose to sign that contract. The slaves didn't have a choice. They were selected, and that's that. So
no choice, Kanye.
That's why it's called that's why I said that's why this topic is it a modern day plantation?
You can't compare them. It's a terrible comparison. Terrible comparison.
Modern day. The same stuff is happening.
It's not. It's not on no type of level like that.
They have a choice.
Oh my God. That's three. Where you at, Elpo?
I think they were
a nice choice.
They will always elevate a black man and say he made it and you can too. But there's millions of us that's not gonna make it.
Right.
You know, so and
life
then
ain't so good.
But the thing is, just like Kanye, they'll give it to you and they'll take it away if they feel like they need to.
When you don't go inside with their messages, just like they would do the house Negro. That's how they would do them. What did you do? You didn't like how he looked at you, ma'am? Okay, put him back in the field, and then the field NIGs would be like,
but see the thing about it, the house Negroes weren't complaining to the field Negroes about how the house was. I mean, that's the analogy here.
No,
because you're talking about them. You're saying that they're going through all of this struggle. They're having all of this suffering and stuff like that. They living in a house. We out here in the field, and you telling me that they bitching about the house?
Wait, hold on. No. I said once the house in Negro would cut up, when Massa was sending his butt out there. See, sometimes Massa had to make an example with the field, with the house Negroes, to let them know that I still put you in the field anytime I want, even though you might be my bastard son. I like saying bastard like that. That's Game of Thrones. My bastard. You might be my bastard. I'll still put you out there. And that was the example for the house Negroes. It was all a psychological game that they was doing with them, with those guys, just to keep them all in line, like keep everybody on their toes.
And those professional people, they're not going to the field. They're not going to the field. That's my point. Those professional people, they still basically living a lavish life. They're getting minor setbacks.
Hold on, that's not true. At any time, Master could take that privilege from you. Kanye lost $1 billion in one night.
What still got 400 million. He's doing pretty okay by me.
See,
still doing okay by me.
Yeah, that's you, because you ain't got $1 billion.
That's right. That's right. Hey. So he should have kept his. He should have. he should have been hanging around Candace Owens and basically using her using him to try to buy her husband's business.
That's what I'm saying. See, basically, you proving my point, Mr. Nice Guy.
How you prove my point? My point is that if he went from $1 billion to 400 million, dude, he's still living a lavish lifestyle.
He's still living good, huh? But
I said lavish. Listen, I'm not saying he's living good.
Because I'm hearing you. I got you. Listen, Massa took it. The white folks took it from him. They gave it to him and took it, just like they used to do on the plantation.
Thank you for putting that title back up there, because last time I checked, we were on NFL and NBA.
I'm on top. Modern day plantation. Master gave it and took it. Y'all going off topic, not me.
Yeah. First of all, just to repeat, so we all four think that this ain't no comparison, or I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand there's some stuff that come into play there. It's not a complete stretch, but it's a terrible analogy because, again, you're talking about complete and utter oppression versus discomfort, because that's what they're suffering. They're suffering discomfort. That's what Kanye is suffering, discomfort. That it's different than what we doing here, regular folks in real life. That's like struggle.
Let's see how high you could jump. Let's see how fast you run. Okay, let's trade them. Let's sell them. That ain't slavery.
Or how fast how good can you work? Who would give a contract to is the better who can perform this particular job. That's their job. You talking about running and jumping. That's the nature of that sport. That's their job. That's just like saying who can type faster or who can be more successful in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely gonna hire somebody that's better equipped.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
I'm definitely gonna hire somebody that's better equipped to do the job.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? That's a good segue to the next topic, though, right?
I won that one.
In his head, Kanye. You about $2 billion down, but still, go ahead.
Back.
Actually, before we go to the next topic, why don't you go ahead and do the shout outs real quick, man? Because we almost halfway through the show already.
Really? Damn.
Copy that. La Bread Trucking, Muhammad Meats, Homies Way Car Club, Tunnel Vision, Black August Studios, Wukusu, Wake Up, Clean Up, Stand Up, Disney Adventures, Kilo 2, KELO with 2 eyes on the end, Nola J. You can find that music on all platforms. Appreciate y'all. Continue to subscribe, share, and like our program, Focus Up Show. And anybody else out there want to tap into the show, have any comments, please tap into the information you see on the screen. You can always join in on the show. If we always leave your comments at the bottom, we really appreciate it. Anybody out there got any more comments? I mean, any more shout outs?
Choppy Woppy. What up, Choppy Woppy? What up?
Choppy Woppy, what's good, boy?
Music,
much respect,
much respect.
Yes, sir. Hope all's well. But we're gonna move on to our next topic, y'all. Affirmative actions.
Well, what's in the news right now?
Well,
here we go. Let's shoot up. What's going on in the news with affirmative action? We have the Asian community where they have 2 lawsuits going against major universities because they feel that they're not getting into schools and blacks with their grades is not as well as theirs, their academic is not as good, are getting chose because they're black and they're feeling slighted by the affirmative action. The last tooth in affirmative action they took out all other teeth from affirmative action from the 60s, 70s, and 80s and 90s. They took them out under Bill Clinton, who a lot of people like to say is the first black president. Crazy. And he did more harm to black folks than anybody, just like Barack Obama. Let's go. But the last 2, they're trying to take it out. I was trying to get my cousin on here because we had a discussion the other night where she went through this with her son, where she had to fight for her son, her black son, because she trying to get him in school, and she got my boy in Cornell West. He got that degree. Yeah, straight up.
So affirmative action is a viable tool to assist or to basically counter a societal wrong that's real. It's you know what I'm saying? I believe in pursuing all options that get you to where you want you to get you to where you want to be. But like in dominoes, all money ain't good money. If we talking about, if we talking about grades is not up to par, I say, look, you dealing with the symptoms and not dealing with the illness. You dealing with pain medication instead of replacing that hip. So, I will support affirmative action, but again, what's more important to me is getting black people's grades up, getting them in a better position to compete, you know what I'm saying, to actually deal with the real problem. And I got a whole lot of better solutions than just affirmative action. I mean, again, we need to have after school programs. We need to have people, you know, inspiring our children to want to do good in school, to actually, you know, to learn what they need to do, to properly to compete on their merits, and not just a function of trying to correct the societal wrong. So again, I think it's a good tool in the toolbox, but a superior toolbox is getting the kids right where they can compete on their own.
That sounds great. My two brothers are 6 feet tall. I'm 5'8". In a perfect society, I would be 6 feet tall as well. That ain't what's going on. That's not what's going on. What's going on is racism. They are selecting because he's white. If no affirmative action, it would be straight up, yo, just have straight white folks in here. Now, when I did my research on this topic, there are people who were Indian, who were Chinese, because it's not all Asians that's feeling this way. They know the whole student body would just be totally all white men and white women. That's what's going on in these college universities. If they had their choice, it would be just nothing but white folks. That's just the truth.
I think it's definitely needed to level out the playing field and you know, give everybody a somewhat an opportunity at the fair game of life. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's my take on it. I think it levels out the playing field and gives everybody a fair opportunity.
Lady J?
Well, to be honest, you guys did so much promotion about this main event. I thought I was just gonna sit on the sideline with my popcorn and wait for you guys.
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to it, but you know,
listen and see who win this debate. I know where I place my money. Let's just see if I get paid.
All right. On that note,
that's y'all chiming in. I'm ready for all fades.
Debate.
No, I'm that's y'all chiming in.
See, you know what we need to be doing is going to Black colleges. We need to go to Black institutions. I'm sick of Black people trying to run the white people for white solutions. You know, we need to be not focusing on that stuff. So yeah, I'm not really sitting there killing myself over getting into white institutions. We need to be getting ourselves into Black institutions. You know, Black people need to solve Black problems. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I agree with that 100% for sure. In fact, yeah, you did. Hold on.
What?
That horn is working today. I don't know.
Yeah, I bet if you was getting the horn, it would have been right away. Right away.
Yeah, but I agree with that. You know, we actually had that solution. You know, Black people taking care of Black people before the 1920s. You know, before all the Black Wall Streets got destroyed and everything. Right. So that's why the affirmative action thing even came into play, because we just really didn't have the resources that we had at one point. But the thing is,
we had to do it on our own. We had to.
Yeah. But you know what? The thing is, the thing is, affirmative action is trying to get in with the white folks and, you know, trying to blend in with them instead of trying to do our own. So, you know, it is what it is.
So do you think affirmative action should be no longer? Yes or no?
I don't think it's even necessary.
Damn. Or everybody thinking that life is so great. I'm telling you, it's people who going through so much trying to get into these schools, Harvard, Cornell, Yale, and they getting denied because of their name. Jacquees, you got denied.
Yeah.
Come on now. It's a lot going on that we don't see right here.
Well, go apply to a Black college then, you know.
I mean, but you know, and on top of that, I mean, look, I still think it's a useful tool. So I'm not saying throw it to the side. What I'm saying is that, look, you know, we need to do whatever we do from a position of strength, not from a position of weakness. So if we need affirmative action because our grades aren't up or because we're not really in a position to really do it on our own merits, we're coming from a position of weakness. We need to do whatever we do from a position of strength. So that's why I'm saying that, look, you know, Black people need to get their grades up. They need to get their academics up. They need to get all that stuff together.
Hold on. Let me go militant. It's not people trying to get into Harvard and Yale that got like C's and D's, bro. All of these children are straight A students, even the black ones that's trying to get in there, but they're getting overlooked because of their race. It's like they're all on the same. One might be a point something. When we say like a point, that's like test scores. Because when you're going to college, they examine everything from when you was in the damn 9th grade. This is what they're looking for, certain, just to get rid of your black behind. That's what's going on. And now the Asians are feeling slighted because they're choosing some of the black kids. Asians are already known just for being smart kids. So if they would just go by strictly with the academic, they would select just from research, just from history and what's already known. They would select the Asian community, the Asian children.
They have after school programs and stuff like that. They have a cultural, they have a complete cultural dynamic in play.
This ain't about, I need a tutor to get A. They got, everybody got A's. What are you talking about?
They get A's because I'm telling you, the whole cultural dynamic. I'm just saying that like when I worked in the Hancock Park, I'm telling you, they got all these sort of like after school things where they're doing all this academic stuff. We had like the Boys and Girls Club.
So you saying they're just smart basketball? So you saying they just
after Boys and Girls Club? They're sitting there doing like hardcore academics. They're doing math and all this other stuff. That's a leg up.
So are you saying the Asian kids are just smarter than the black kids, so they should go to Harvard?
No. I'm saying that the Asian people are taking. I'm telling I'm saying that some of these Asian people are taking this more serious. So we need to step our game up to be as serious as them. And it's not about competing with them. Again, we shouldn't be competing with anybody. We should be looking for excellence in ourselves. We should be our own bar. So I'm just saying that. Look,
I'm gonna speak on it. I ain't gonna say his name, Mr. Floyd. That kids. Straight A students from the time they was born, in my opinion. One of them, I ain't gonna say her name. One of them would cry if she got a B. It's our black folks are on it, dude.
Some are. Floyd definitely. No, Floyd definitely.
No, listen to me, brother. I'm speaking for the whole. I told you one incident about someone who I know. I'm talking about, but for the whole. A lot of black people got their kids that's on it. All they do is sit and study and read and all that. They're up to par, but they will still get denied because of chocolatey.
That's not the argument. You literally said that the Asian people were complaining because they had better grades.
Hold on, no. Watch that. The topic is affirmative action.
No. I'm saying that was your argument. You're saying that they were complaining because they felt like they were they were basically being overlooked on the merits because of this program to basically bring up people on the basis of the color to fix something, a societal wrong, a real wrong.
Yes.
I'm just saying it. You said that their whole argument was that, look, we got better grades, but we're losing out to, because I dealt with that stuff when I was when I was in the 12th grade, and buds were like, oh, you'll probably be able, they'll probably be able, they're like, oh, you'll be able to get into college real easy and stuff like that. It was those sneaky little remarks, all the white people are complaining, like basically making it about, and you know what, that all it does is just create a whole nother argument. Because now you're basically like disputing whether I deserve to be here or not and all this other stuff. That's one of the negatives of affirmative action, because it's making this other argument. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Not really. You kind of
I'm being straight on point, because I'm telling you, when in the 12th grade, when I was in the I was in the honors classes and all that stuff like that. But I wasn't getting good grades because, you know what? My thing was, I'm going to do enough to get by. So I was getting on the aptitude test, I was blowing those things out of the water. But my actual grades were basic. I couldn't do sports because, again, I wasn't eligible because I was cutting up in school too much. But the fact of the matter is, I said, look, I'm just going to go to SMC. I'm going to pay a whole lot less, and then I'm going to guarantee transfer to the college that I want to go to, and that's what I did. So that's what I suggest everybody do. Go to a junior college, take 2 years, save a whole lot of money, go for sure where you want to go and whatever. If that's a road for you. If you're trying to get into Harvard or MIT, definitely that's going to be a different struggle. But hey, do what you got to do.
Do you think a white man and his white family that's living in Calabasas is telling his sons and daughters the same thing? Look, just go to a junior college. We got all this money. But you
Yeah,
think
because
I
they
feel
got all
good
this money,
about
so they don't care. No, they're not. Oh, they
Wait,
got
wait,
it.
wait! Come on, bro. You can't say two things, bro. You cannot say two things. You're not a two-headed
Talking
dragon.
about us. I was talking about us. Now you're talking about them. That's by definition two things.
You said, but you were saying this is what they should do. You saying that black
What
folks should.
we should do, what black people should do, not what white
Come on,
people
bro.
in
You saying
Calabasas.
so
You just
much
brought
at
up
one
white people
time.
in Calabasas. Do you not understand that white people in Calabasas is completely than black people in black situations?
Let's slow down, TS, because like when we rewind this tape,
You're gonna get destroyed. Exactly.
You saying a lot, brother.
I am saying a lot. Thank you very much. Give me a horn.
I can't even get it out. I can't even get it out. You saying a lot, but you're not really saying much, my brother.
I'm saying a whole lot. I'm talking about us.
You saying too much.
I'm talking about us. Go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Interrupted me. Interrupted you.
Don't steal my stuff. Don't interrupt me. I forgot my.
I love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like that. But still, I agree that it's a very powerful tool. You know what I'm saying? And it would behoove us.
We ain't talking about Affirmative.
Huh?
Go ahead.
But again, like I said, that's like a Band-Aid. You know what I'm saying? That's like NyQuil. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, eat better, exercise, do some, be healthier. So that's what I'm talking about. Black people need to be healthier academically and compete on the merits. But you know what? Let's take that too, because again, we're coming from a disadvantage. They got a big head start, and the privilege is real.
Mm-hmm. Facts. We're gonna move on, y'all, to the next topic.
That's the human tornado. He just talked into a circle, and all right, you won, I guess.
Is the educational system failing our youth?
Everyone go at one time.
It's really the education system.
I mean, me in school, looking at teachers on how they teach. A lot of teachers go to school to get that paycheck. Then you got some teachers that go to school to really teach. And you kind of say to yourself, okay, what's the ratio between teachers actually going to school to teach to compare to teachers going to school just to get paid? And, I can't even say I was one of those model students. I'm just speaking on me when I was in school. When I fell off track, when I had a hard time in class, I really didn't get that attention from the teacher. I guess because she had a lot of other teaching to do, which is understandable. Same time, I kind of felt a lot of teachers was going to school back then just to get paid. And that was just my impression.
First lady.
Let me dive in. I can't say that the educational system is failing our youth. I feel like the parents play a big role in there, because our students are pretty much considered average daily attendance. The districts get paid for the children attending the school. So as parents, we have to be our kids' biggest advocates. Don't let your child be a dollar sign to the district. If you want your child to learn, once again, choices. We have choices. We can advocate, petition, do what we need to do. If we want the district to provide better educational systems for our children, parents need to step up, relocate your kid. Don't depend on the school districts themselves. We have to step up to the plate, because if we do not allow our child to go to a school that's not providing the educational tools that our kids need, stop sending them there. Stop allowing that district to get paid for our children, relocate, do what you have to do, step up, petition, like you petition for anything else. Or if you're standing in line for Jordans, long lines, stand in line to petition for a better education for the school. Stop blaming it on the district or the system. Parents have to step up and be biggest advocates, because they're not concerned about the kids' attendance for educational purpose. They more concerned so they can continue to receive funds.
That's absolute. Let me just say one thing. I got twin daughters, right? I got another daughter older, but my twins are, they're a little closer. So I used to go to their school all the time, and it tripped me out because the teachers and everything, the counselors and everything, they said, you're the only father that comes up here and check up on your kids, or one of the only fathers, and that struck me like, oh, but it's a normal thing to me. It's like, well, this is what I'm going to do anyway. I don't care what everybody else is doing, but I got to be, the advocate, like Lady J was saying. I was the advocate. I wanted to be there and make sure that my kids was doing what they needed to do, and these teachers was doing what they needed to do. I had to check on both sides, make sure my kids was in line, and make sure they was actually, had some instructors that was actually there doing the right thing. But that was up to me. And like Lady J said, I just got to piggyback on everything she's saying. It's up to us as parents to really be involved to make this thing work. It's not just the educational system is going to be what it's going to be, but it's up to you to make sure that it works for your kids.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to piggyback off what you said as far as like because I was part of the PTA. I had just got out the penitentiary, and I wasn't working, but I was a single father. I became a single father, and I used to take my kids to school and all that. And they had a PTA, and we would have meetings. I would go there, and it was just a bunch of women. I did knock a lot of them down. That's all I want to say.
He set us up. Oh man, hey, but I you know what? I agree with all that. I agree with JC. I agree, First Lady. Look, it's like I said. You want to attack it from every lane, every avenue that you possibly can. You need to put the right teachers. You need to write the right whatever. But when I would define the educational system, it's the village. It's everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's what you do at home. It's what your neighbors. It's what everybody that interacts with. We all need to take a vested interest in making sure that the next generation just does way better than us. They can't be limited to us, and we can't let them just be comfortable just doing whatever.
Facts.
You got some comments. Where the comments at? What's
Yes, sir. We got comments. We got Dex Baker in here. He said yes. LeBread Trucking as always. He said Hornell Pool. I agree with him on that one. And then he said if your kids' teachers don't know you, then you failed your kids more than the school.
Yep.
That's 100%.
Yep. I totally agree with that. Hey man, can text people? Hey, can comment people get horns?
Nah. Hey, LeBread Truck, the only reason I disagree with that is because like a lot of us are living in 2-parent households, or most of us are single parents, to where it's no time to go to the school and have a PTA meetings. Let me get that camera up real quick.
Make time.
Wait, hold on. Wait. When I got out the penitentiary, I had a lot of time. And that's how I knocked a lot of those in the PTA. Set you up again.
Him no more.
I used to get awards and stuff.
Hey, J-Walk get a horn for that.
All right, y'all. Well, we move on to the next topic, unless y'all got something else to add to this. All right, well, we're gonna move it on. Do teachers have a responsibility to break up a fight? I'm putting myself in the middle of a teacher, right? Being a teacher in the middle of a class fight with two teenage boys, and they're in the classroom squabbling. They throwing desks and stuff around, trying to get at each other and do this and that. You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna get paid for getting knocked out or get paid for getting hit in the head with a desk. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna step back and let them go at it and call for. So, me as a teacher, I don't think it should be my responsibility to break up. I think not all fights. Certain fights, I think, yeah, you should step in and intervene. But when it comes to some of these melees, some of these schools be having, nah, I'm gonna call for backup.
Well, see here, this is how I look at this with this topic. I'm a father first. Even if I'm in the street, I broke up fights with kids like rat packing a little dude, like, damn, like what y'all trying to do? That's gonna come out. I don't give a darn where I'm working at. If I see two kids fighting, if they have a one-on-one squabble and they're getting it in, I'll let it crack. That's what I'm thinking first. After the job, we ain't worried about the job. See, some people are just they natural stuff gonna come out. I'm not gonna let a kid get his butt beat like you already proved your point and you stomping his face in. Oh, I'm a teacher. Because their rules is you're not supposed to intervene. I'm as a father, as a man, I'm gonna say, man, hell no, my natural instincts just kick in. That I'm gonna break it up. And
I support that. I support that. But I support what JC said too. And, you know,
shoulder roll.
No, if it's a situation where if you're not equipped to do it like me, I feel like I'd be able to stop any two kids fighting, whatever. I mean, I could stop grown people fighting if I need to. But, you know, I wouldn't expect it, like, let's say someone who wasn't in that position to put themselves in harm's way. So that I know we don't like the depends word, but that's the depends. But I will break up a fight. I mean, I'll break up a fight on the streets. You know what I'm saying? But again, I tend to not let it get there. I try to diffuse it.
No, if you walk in the door and you see it cracking.
No.
Yeah.
The question is it the teacher's responsibility? Teachers, specifically.
Yeah, that's true. On that
Was
note,
that the question? Wait, put that question up there. Let me.
Yeah.
That's a good point. You got it.
Wait, hold on. Do teachers have the responsibility? See, that's an open-ended question. Do teachers have the responsibility to break up the fight? So we're asking. That should. Because
yeah,
really,
talking about should.
Wait, hold on. If you go within their guidelines, as far as being a teacher, because I did knock down some teachers too. They say that you're not supposed to intervene whatsoever, because they could get sued within just trying to break up the fight. That's why. But me as a man, and like I think what we are all saying here, as men, as people, we're going to intervene and just like watch out. Like how hard can it be to break up a fight? Now, high school is a little different. So it really, I would say it depends.
He said it.
Don't put that pamper on.
It depends if you like the kid or not who getting his ass.
Get the pamper on. Put the pamper
All right, cut it. Remember, cut this segment right here.
If I don't like that kid, I'll be like, well, his ass. He been interrupting me while I was teaching. Yeah, Jacques. Go ahead.
First lady?
Well, the question once again said, do you have the responsibility? Yes, everyone has the responsibility, but is it mandatory?
Not necessarily.
Yes, it's option. You have an option if you want to break up a fight, whether you're a teacher or not, but it's not mandatory. If you feel like you're going to be getting hurt, you hurt yourself, then no, you don't have to get involved. But we're going back to the question, like you said, it is an open-ended question.
Because there's moral responsibility too, as opposed to just your job responsibility. So I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll say it like this. Look, in elementary school, yes, they do. When you get to junior high school, you got the option. High school, no, don't mess with it.
Hey, enough said on that one. I agree on that one. All right, we're gonna jump in the next topic. Can a toxic relationship be?
Wait, hold on. I gotta say something. I'm gonna have to lead the show right now. We talk about toxic relationships. I got one of mine right here. So I'm on schools. I love salute. I'm out of here for real. Not even joking.
Skirt.
You got that right. Hey, I'm gonna channel my inner black woman. Bye, nigga.
Oh man.
I mean,
I'd like to think that anything
situation. Yeah.
Ahead,
I was
brother.
just saying, I mean, I guess you could say, everybody deserves a second chance, So, when it comes to that, I believe certain relationships can be fixed. And then you got, you know, certain things you can't repair, and that depends on what you basing your relationship on. But at the same time, you know, you should rely, if you want somebody to have compassion and understanding for you, then you know you got to give it. And with that being said, you know, like I said, everybody deserves a second chance. Some deserve three, I guess. It depends on how passionate and how really understanding you want to be, I guess. You know what I mean? But at the same time, yeah, type of relationships, yeah, I believe the case.
Wow.
Lady J.
I'm gonna have to agree. I do believe toxic relationships can be fixed, but it has to start with complete forgiveness, and all parties have to be able to forgive wholeheartedly. Also, you can't repeat your previous poor habits, which caused the relationship to become toxic to begin with. So, if both parties are willing to work on that relationship and repair all the damages that were done and move forward and not dwell on it, then it can be fixed.
Well, I got a question. Can somebody define what a toxic relationship is? Because
Like abusive relationship, whether it's verbally, mentally, or physically.
okay, let's say that. Okay, let's go on that. If
Yeah.
it's abusive, it shouldn't even be fixed. You should just get away, period. Because if they did it once, they'll do it again.
Can you say that
Is
for
that the
cheating?
same with cheating? I was just gonna say, is that the same with
If
cheating?
they did it once, they'll do it again.
Hey, watch what you say.
Hey, it's the truth. That's the truth. That is the truth. But I'm not a cheater. See, I'm
Hey, you on live, so you know. Incriminate yourself.
I'm a one woman man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real good man. You know, I do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, wife right there
It
watching.
took me a whole lot of years to get to this position, but I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking
That's
about
the
what I
point.
was
You got
20
fixed.
years ago. You know,
You
hey,
got
no,
fixed.
I
You was a
fixed
different
myself.
person.
But see, I fixed myself and got away from
Exactly.
toxic people. You know,
You can't fix other people. You can only fix yourself.
exactly. And you can't be around toxic people too, because that rub off.
Well, and I will say this. I agree with you in saying that, you know, we probably do need to cut the umbilical cord sooner than later in a lot of situations. But the subject is really, can it be fixed? And my point is that I believe that, you know, people can fix themselves. They can evolve. You can have a bad relationship evolve into a good relationship. So, you know, I'm not telling you to be all captain. I'm just saying that, you know, there's an opportunity for grown-ups to be grown-ups and just mutually respectful and move forward, you know, as a strong couple. That's a possibility.
All parties have to be willing to put in the work and accept and forgive and move on. You know, some people still dwell on stuff. You know, they may forgive, but they stuck on I can't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, like First Lady said, you can't continue to make the same mistakes that you did in the first place and expect somebody to continue to forgive you for that. So in that
Or hold the
situation,
past
yeah, it'd be
against them.
hard to move forward. Yeah, it's hard to move forward when the person is continuing to make the same mistakes. You know, yeah, I don't know about that part. But we come to the show. Like always, we appreciate everybody coming out this morning. Tap Focus Up Show. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to the show. And First Lady J, Mr. Nice Guy, El Pooh, and where Walt go? Oh yeah.
You put the Band-Aid on.
Have a good week. As always, it's up.
All right, y'all.